So we made a game called Phalanx for iPad. It's inspired by tower defense games, but it's quite a bit different than traditional tower defense. So essentially you have your base, which is this building to the left, and then you have a unit producing structure on top. And then there's an enemy which has the same exact setup. So like a tower defense, you're responsible for defending your base by building towers. There are different types of towers that do different things. You gain resources. At the top you can see the money count. Every time you kill units, you gain a little bit of resources. And in addition to that whole tower defense, you have to simultaneously be on the offense killing his base. So to do that, in the unit producing structure you have a unit queue, and you can select different types of units based on sort of the kind of balance you want to go for, or the strategies you want to use, usually based on their towers and what they have. Let's see. You can also upgrade the towers when you have money to do that, which I can give myself. Makes them stronger, makes them more effective. In the same way, you can upgrade your units. So you can upgrade weapons, armor, unit speed, or the cooldown time of the factory. So I'll show you a couple of kind of cool things. One of the units we have is called the bomber. It's kind of a special unit because it's very situational. It does a lot of damage to the enemy base if you get it there. But if you get killed before you get there, it'll explode and it kills or hurts your other units that are near it. So it's very risky, but if you can pull it off, it's very strategically valuable, I guess. So that's what he looks like. And what you'll see is he'll probably start approaching the enemy. And pretty soon we'll... So, yeah, the range of the tower is so, not very effective in that case, but it can be used in other ways. Basically, you want to create the best unit combination that you can for the situation, but you still have to be worried about your base, and that's kind of the tricky thing. We also have farms, which are sort of a way to generate extra money in case you want to bring in more than the enemy deaths can bring you. Every 5 seconds or so, they periodically give you this little boost of money. So that's another way to evolve strategies to allow the player to invest early in resource gathering, but obviously they're going to be weaker later on. So the enemies actually right now, they have healer units and defender units on the bottom. That's a pretty good combination. They sort of complement each other. The defender units take usually the first hit for most towers, and then the healers can keep them alive longer. So, our final really cool thing is called the Colossus. So we discovered that in a lot of games, you would end up in a situation where you just couldn't really kill the enemy. They had too much defense and you couldn't break through. So we came up with this sort of ultimate weapon of war, which is this. We call it the Colossus. It's pretty expensive. It just marches directly to the enemy base. And it's not unkillable. It's actually it's pretty weak right now. We were kind of tuning it and didn't get it there. But it does a lot of damage, and it'll most likely kill this base by itself. The biggest challenge we had, kind of from gameplay, was just getting everything to balance, which it's not balanced at all. But basically what you can do is on the defense, you can create a lot of towers that are very, very strong, and your offense is very limited. You have sort of a maximum amount of strength you can put out. At the same time, you don't want to have a situation where towers are too weak, so we just had this constant struggle of making towers versus units versus everything. So, right now it's single player. We'd like to make it multiplayer eventually, a 2-player sort of network game. Maybe we'll get there, maybe not.
That's cool.
Anything else?
Wow. Oh yeah, play a trailer, sure.
It didn't come out as good as I hoped.
Well, you can always make a better trailer.
So that's a trailer.
Wow. Thank you.